Are you ready? My topic. The real and greatest secret of all. It's the point at which a divine being falls into ignorance. And to know this secret, and why it's a secret, because if you know it, then ignorance is gone, and you can't be controlled or manipulated. You have no fear, because you have no fear of death. You know who you are. You've activated your true divine eternal spiritual body. What is that greatest secret and the best? It's who you are. You're made in the image and likeness of God, the Supreme, not the fakey one. See, most of us are living from this fakey false God who's a fearmonger, a psychopath. People following this fearmonger and the psychopath, I think they've been infected by the mind virus, seriously, is eating away their consciousness, integrity, their humanness, their divinity, their beingness of who you are. You are, therefore, the supreme divine creator, and I call mother, father, male, female, lovers. And we've always been, because we're eternal. You're eternal. No past, no future. It's an eternal now. And that means in every moment of now, you have a whole new life, a whole new opportunity to choose that which is going to bring you the unlimited divine pleasure of the soul that you've been seeking in the realm of effects, simulations, virtual realities. And all of that is to keep you distracted from knowing and activating this greatest and the most true and real truth that's been held a secret. And that's that you cannot die. That's also the problem. You're an eternal source for some parasite, these kind of entities that live off of others, and they're psychopaths. Psychopaths don't work. No, they live off the efforts and work of others and have convinced others that they're better than they are and that the others cannot live without them. And then they control everything to keep you ignorant of the secret that you're a God. Not the big deal God, a mini God. That means you have all the qualities and abilities and as the divine Mother, Father, God, Supreme Being, who are with each and every, that we're with and with us. It's a reciprocal. I'm not an impersonalist. I'm a personalist. Because being a person, and you look here, the greatest pleasure is also some of our greatest pain, our relationships. But when we're really in ourselves, being ourselves, we relate with people, beings, as other divine beings that we fully respect and honor, appreciate, know, and experience who they are. That's when you have those magical moments that you'd call, love, when you get really just, wow, that somehow you let all your guard down and you allowed yourself to experience, because something coming from that person somehow set up the proper staging for you to experience what it's like to love yourself, because it was you feeling the love. It wasn't anyone else. So it came from you because it's who you are. So this secret then is that you're eternity. You're eternity itself, and you are life. Life doesn't happen to you. This is the creation. That's a beautiful creation. And you have the original spiritual divine world was never created because it's also eternal, and everyone, every being, every divine God, in a sense, is self-effulgent. See, I know, because you see, when you have discernment, you have spiritual discernment. There's a lot of people I research and read and study, because there's so many just really brilliant souls out there who are learning, or discovering for themselves and offer their research. So, but what I've noticed is even those who say, oh yeah, you're eternal, they still refer to your life out there as happening. Or it's like we don't need to breathe as spiritual beings. We don't use breath. That's oxygen. It's great, it's just for here. We don't eat because in the light body that we have, I've seen my light body, and it's not like we call it a light body because it's very golden. And yet it's beautiful and formed and everything. And this body here that we have, even it might be very beautiful, usually just the babies are beautiful, there's all of them. And we're still babies inside. And that's what you want to bring, is you want to bring back your eternity and to be ageless and timeless. So once you know the secret, you stop playing time, you stop playing age, you stop playing space, you stop playing outer space, you stop playing politics, you stop playing who's right, who's wrong. You don't have time for nonsense. No. Distraction. You're so into exploring and being who you are and expressing that. And feeling that and expressing it and empowering others through what you do, your work, as a spiritual entrepreneur, you see. And as an entrepreneurial genius is because you're always an entrepreneur, because you're offering and you're giving and you're receiving. See, that is the flow of the cycle of love. When you take it to the highest level, there is no giver or receiver at some level, because we are so immersed in it that it's so like more you connect with your God, with Him. Anything you just ask, you just quickly, what if something going on in your body, something you need to know, you just ask, get the first response, not the thought. It doesn't come from here, it comes from here. It's a knowing, and it reveals it to you. You know instantly, you know what it is, and you know what to do because then you ask. See, that's another secret. That's all part of the same thing. Because if you could die, you're not an eternal, right? And then you don't have the power, and they convince you you're powerless. The psychopath does. They make rules and laws to keep you powerless, to control every aspect of your life. They don't work. They live off of your efforts and flaunt that in front of everyone with their lifestyles, with what they do with all that, and how they parade around. And people go, oh, wow, they're great. No, they're parasites. You can spot them in your life. They make you so terrified that you will fail without them, that you give them all your power. And they have no power. They're just sucking yours up and using it. Draining you. Yeah. So, now you know the secret. The real secret. And they made it sacred. Secret and sacred. And secretary, keeper of the secrets. And it's a secret. Everyone already knows everything, and there really are no secrets, but we doubt ourselves. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't really know that. What do I know? You know it all, but not thinking. Thinking is limited. I've gotten to the end of my mind. It's a tape. It stops and it rewinds. Nothing original. Mm-mm. You're an original.